Hi and welcome back to the challenge. So today I have the strap, our band. We're going to use a band or a belt, whatever you have, and then also a couple of blocks. So today I want to go over this action. The other day I showed on Stacy, when Stacy was on, about how to lift the outer shoulder blades. And today I'm going to talk about how to stabilize the humeral head as you're lifting the outer shoulder blades. So we're going to get a little more subtle, a little more specific. But I wanted to emphasize the lifting of the outer shoulder blade before so you didn't get it twisted. Let's begin in Supta Baddha Konasana, just to let everything open up. Take your arms out to the side like cactus arms and just let your chest open. Then take your feet the width of your mat. Standard warm-up. We'll let the knees drop over to the right as we look to the left. Back to center. Knees over to the left as you look to the right. Change sides. Change sides. Come back to center, take the arms straight up with your pelvis in neutral, rib cage in neutral. As you inhale, let the arms slowly start to reach back without the rib cage tipping up at all, keeping the neck long like Beth Day. And bring your arms back up. I think it was just yesterday, Beth Day. Change the interlock, let the arms go back, keeping the tail and the back of the neck long. Back up. And then bring the left leg into table as you slide your right leg out along the floor, reach the left arm back. Change sides. Change sides. Change sides. Then roll over to your side and come up onto your hands and your knees. Then stand up on your knees and we're going to do some little shoulder mobility exercises. So bring your knuckles to your temples. This just shortens the nerves a little bit and helps to get into the shoulder better. Thumbs down as you exhale, bring the elbows in. Inhale, open up wide. Exhale, the elbows in. Inhale, open wide. Exhale, elbows in. Inhale, open. Take the arms out to the side, rotate externally, and make little external circles. Stabilize in your middle, keep your spine tall. Then turn thumbs in, make little internal circles. And then start to make bigger circles. And then one arm at a time. And then in reverse. And then both arms up as you inhale. Exhale, twist to your right. Inhale, back up. Exhale to your left. Inhale, back up. Exhale to the right. Inhale, back up. Exhale to the left. Inhale, back up. Exhale, bend elbows out to the side. Rotate the arms externally. Inhale the arms back up. Exhale out to the side. Rotate externally, which looks like that. Inhale back up. Exhale out to the side. Rotate externally. Inhale back up. Then come onto the hands and the knees. Stretch back into downward facing dog. So our feet are our source for prana when we're standing on our feet. So we want to start to open up the soles of the feet. I think it's something like 36 bones in your feet. So the foot is so complex, so much different opening to go on down in the foot. Whereas just above your foot, you only got 2 bones in the shin, 1 bone in the femur. So much complexity going on in the foot. Let all those foot bones start to open and spread. The toes start to spread. And then keeping the toes spreading and the toes curled under, start to stretch back towards your heels. But feel the sole of the foot opening, and then grow through your arms and open up. Fan out the fingers, open up the underside of the hand and the armpits. Then come up onto your hands and your knees. Round your back and look back at your navel. Inhale, arch your back and wheel your chest through. Exhale to round. Inhale to arch. Exhale to round. Inhale to arch. Come into neutral for a little bit of thoracic mobility. Put your hand behind your head, and as you inhale, open the chest turn. As you exhale, aim your elbow towards your wrist. Inhale, open back up. Exhale. Inhale back up. And lower, change sides. Hand behind your head. Inhale, open. Exhale, turn. Inhale, open. Exhale, turn. Inhale, open. And lower your hand and your knee. Okay, now opening up the toes and the soles of the feet, lift your knees up just an inch, holding your long spine. And so this is a really cool core exercise. It's becoming pretty popular, is crawling. So being able to support your spine with in this position can start to teach you how to engage your core in different positions with the hands and the legs. So we're just going to crawl the arms forward, one handprint at a time. And then crawl back, one handprint at a time. Try not to let the butt come up or drop down. And then come back to center and stretch back into your down dog. Set the knees back down. Last part of the core warm up. Stretch your right leg back and your left arm forward. Lower back down. Change sides. Back down. Change sides. And open up to the side. Back to center. Open up to the side. Back to center. Open to the side. Back to center. And lower down. Inhale, change sides. Exhale to the side. Inhale to center. Exhale to the side. Inhale to center. Open to the side again. Come back to center. Lower your hand and your knee. Stretch back into down dog. And walk your feet forward to the front of your mat. Put a little bend in your knees. Let the head drop. Then roll yourself up to stand. Spread the arms out to the side. Rotate your arms externally. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, make a flat back. Step back into plank. Pull your right knee up and lift. Inhale back. Left knee up and lift. Inhale back. Right knee up, lift. Inhale back. Left knee up, lift. Inhale back. Lower down onto your belly. Slide your arms forward. Then bend the elbows out to the side. Lift the hands up, externally rotate. And spread from the collarbones and from the center of the back of the neck into the elbows. Stretch both arms straight back behind you. Open up your chest. Place your hands next to your side ribs. Roll your heart forward. Then roll the chest back down. Lift up onto hands and knees or straight up into plank. And stretch back into down dog. Walk your feet forward to the front of your mat. Inhale, make a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Spread your arms, rotate externally, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Step back into plank. Lower slow onto your belly. Stretch your arms forward. Reach back to your toes, lengthen. Now rotate your upper arms externally. Stabilize the inner humeral head in the socket as you stretch the outer armpits forward. What the hell does that mean? We'll practice it, don't worry. Lift the arms up an inch. Bend the elbows out to the side and rotate externally. Abduct through the shoulder into the elbow. Reach both arms straight back behind you. Keep spreading your chest, sides of the belly up. Place your hands next to your side ribs and start to roll the heart forward. Then lower the chest down, come up on the hands and knees, or straight up into plank, and stretch back into down dog. Then raise your right leg up from the inner thigh. Exhale the knee to your chest, pull it up. Step your foot up by your thumb and lower your back knee. Inhale, raise your arms. Exhale the elbows out to the side. Inhale your arms back up. Bring your hands down, curl your back toes under, lift your back knee up, and twist. Take your right arm up. Bring your hand back down. Step back into plank pose. Glide back into down dog. Raise your left leg up from the inner thigh. Lengthen through the tailbone through the reach of your inner heel and open up the foot. And is your foot just like hanging like this? Oh geez. Bring some prana through the foot, through the leg. Lengthen through the inner tail, through the inner heel. Then knee to chest, pull it up. Step your foot up by your thumb. Lower the back knee down. Inhale the arms up. Exhale the elbows out to the side. Inhale, arms back up. Bring your hands down. Curl your back toes, lift your back knee, and twist. Take your left arm up. Bring your hand back down, step into plank pose, and stretch back into down dog. Walk your feet to the front of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Spread your arms out to the side. Exhale, Samasthiti. Now take your strap and put it across your forearms. So what is this humeral head? So the humerus, this is your upper arm bone. The humeral head is right here. This little top of the humeral head kind of looks like this. It's like a ball that sits into the socket of the shoulder, which is your acromion, and then the muscles in your shoulder all support some tendons and ligaments as well. I'll hold that ball into position. Oh yeah, this one. I'm always looking at the wrong one. Thanks, Stacy. So they all hold that into position. Okay, so we want this inner humeral head to be able to stay stable in the socket as we take the arms up, but we also want the outer shoulder blade to lift. So this is where people get confused, because they think they want to drop their shoulders down, when really all they're dropping down is the humeral head, not the whole shoulder. So, for example, as I take the arms forward, I press out into the strap so I can widen my collarbones. And that's already starting to stabilize the humerus into the socket, instead of my shoulders being like this. Okay, and I get the humerus in the socket, I lift up halfway. Now, instead of pulling my shoulder down, I lift from the outer blades all the way up into the pinkies, but the press out into the strap, look, my humeral head is still stabilized into the socket. It's different than this one. That's a bad raise of the shoulder versus this one's humeral head in the socket, but outer shoulder blades, watch them lift. Ooh, let them lift. Don't try to pull them down, but keep pressing out into your strap to stabilize the humeral head. Take the arm forward. We're getting a good view of this, I hope. Then lower the band back down. Keep the press out. Take the band forward. Press out. And then feel as you go up. Inner upper arm bone stays in the socket, but then the outer shoulders lift. Lift up through the arms. One more, I'll show it from the front. Get all of these. Press out into the strap. Open the soles of the feet. Now, without your pelvis going forward at all, take the strap up halfway, pause, press out, rotate the outer shoulders, and then start to raise up all the way. Feel the humeral head, collarbones broad, synonymous, and then lift those outer shoulder blades. Reach up through the pinkies. Bring your arms back down. Man, can you feel that in your shoulders? It's pretty tiring. Now take your arms forward and raise them up. They should just float up now. That's kind of cool. So it's really good to do like little resistance training like this, because it helps your muscles to be able to hold the arms well. And then fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale into a flat back, elongate. Step back into a plank pose. Okay, now practice the arms just like we practiced. The press out feeling so the collarbones are broad, and then slowly start to stretch back. Go halfway, pause, rotate the outer shoulders, stretch from the outer blades towards the pinkies, but keep the same pressed out, broad chest action as when you had the strap. It's the same exact thing. Sometimes I see people just like sink into their dog. I'm like, wait, can't you make the connection? Make the connection from what we just did with the band. Draw the hips up, let the head drop down into position. Good, then step your right foot all the way up in between your hands. Uh-oh, what happened here? And then turn your back heel flat onto the mat for Warrior Two. Come up into Warrior Two. Open the chest through the reach of the arms. Then reach and bring your forearm onto your thigh and take your left arm all the way over your ear. You can go forearm to thigh or hand onto block, whichever one you prefer. Lift from your knee, we'll come back up into Warrior Two. Then straighten your right leg and reach out into triangle pose. Good, then we're going to take the escape route today. Instead of coming back up, just bring your left hand down to the mat, bend your right knee, step back into down dog. Or take a vinyasa. Step your left foot for Warrior Two. That's enough time. Come up into Warrior Two. I timed it. That's enough time. Stop complaining. No, just kidding. Okay, open up through your chest, through your arms. Rotate your left thigh externally and grow through your back leg, grow through your spine. Then reach out over your leg, bring your forearm to your thigh, and take your right arm all the way over. Come back up into warrior two. Straighten your leg and reach out into triangle. So sometimes the foot is depicted as the lotus in drawings. In the tradition of thinking of the foot as the lotus opening up, the big toe mound is depicted as the temple or the temple gate. So I want you to focus on the center of the heel. Open the center of your heel on your front foot. Then feel like there's a lotus, like someone did a henna tattoo of a lotus on the bottom of your foot, and you're opening it up. You just left the Wanderlust festival and they're doing some henna there, or other festivals where such things are done. Open that up and then feel the big toe mound stretch into the floor to activate the inner arch. Bring your hand back down, bend your knee, and step back into dog. Walk your feet forward to the front of your mat. Inhale into a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale into chair pose. Now striking down into the center heels, lift from your navel, raise your arms. And stand, release your arms to your side. So great pose to wake up prana in the feet. As you press down through the center of your left heel, bring your right heel up onto the inside of your left thigh, palms together. Get some burpees. Take your arms up once you're steady. Rotate the upper arms externally. Press out like you're in the strap. Then let's do this variation that I like, that is completely made up by me. Slide the hands behind the head. This is not a real yoga pose, but I just like it. It feels so good. Tight triceps and shoulders. Arms back up and slowly lower. Change sides. So as you press through the center of your right heel, strike down through it, bring the left heel up, and then feel the sole of the foot start to open. Palms together. Once you're steady, raise your arms. Then hands behind the head. Arms back up, lower down. Turn to your side and take your legs wide apart. You can set up your blocks if you like the blocks for, what's it called? Ardha Chandrasana. Okay, so now here, when people go wide with their feet, they tend to like sink into their arches. Your arches are going to represent the prana moving through your legs up into your body. So if your arch has fallen on one side or on both sides, the energy from the pelvic floor is fallen. The energy from the arches mirrors what's going on in the pelvic floor. So arches lift, pelvic floor lifts, energy goes up the spine, prana travels up, Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. Hanging into your feet, hanging in your legs, there's no energy in the spine. This is what I commonly see with no activity in the feet. So open up through your feet, open up through your legs, and feel the energy start to come up. Then maintain that as you turn your legs for a triangle and reach out. Keep opening through the feet and the legs. So just a little subtle difference today. Get into that center heel. My weight tends to roll to the outer foot because of the tension in the outer leg. Then bend your knee and slide into Ardha Chandrasana. Ooh, where's that weight going? Open up your henna tattoo on your foot again. Quit laughing, Stacy. Press straight down through the foot, raise. Now from your tailbone, reach to the inner heel on your back foot. Open the inner heel. And then slide back into triangle. Come back up to stand. Turn your legs to the other side. And reach out. One of the things you may notice is that we do standing poses like every time in this. And that's because when you're starting your yoga practice, you need a lot of standing poses. Bend your knee and slide up. So the standing poses, The legs are inherently tamasic. They tend to be dull, turned off, arches lazy, feet lazy. These standing poses help you to stand on your 2 feet again. So like metaphorically, that's really powerful to be able to stand on your legs again. Your foundation starts to become, I don't know what to say. Your foundation gets better through this standing work. Then bend your knee and slide back into triangle. And press up. That's what I want to say. Think of it like the roots of the tree. We want to make the roots healthy in order to start to grow a nice healthy ficus triangularis. Then clasp your hands behind your back or use the strap. Roll the shoulders open. And then start to fold forward in between your legs. Then release your strap and inhale, make a flat back. Exhale, walk the hands back, let your head drop. Keep opening up the arches. Turn the hands around and walk the fingers back slightly. Then hook your big toes and make a flat back. Bend your elbows out to the side. Now what are your legs doing to avoid the stretch? Have you rolled into certain spots of the foot, uneven? Have you locked the ankles or the knees or the shins back? Reach down even into your feet. Let the hips grow tall up over the ankles. Then inhale into a flat back. Reach through the legs and come back up to stand. Turn your left leg out and step up to the top of your mat. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Malasana, squat down. Take your arms forward, head down. Internally rotate your arms and see if you can hook your hands behind your heels. Then take your arms back out in front of you, turn the palms up, hook the triceps back into the shins. With the hands down, lift up onto your toe mounds. Navel to spine, shoulder blades broad and on your back. And then start to lift up over your hands. Set your feet back down, sit back, and come into boat pose. Okay, now in boat, the feet tend to just, like this, dead feet, shavasana. Open up your feet. Train the nadis in your legs to open up through your feet. Dead legs. Okay, then lower back down onto the floor. Hands behind the head. Open up the elbows. Head down. And slowly send your right leg forward. Foot open. Leg strong through the reach of the inner heel. Change legs. Change legs. Keep the neck long. Like Beth Day. Remember the opening through the back of the skull, like the hood of a cobra? Keep going. Then take the arms out to the side, knees together. As you inhale, let the knees go over to the right a third of the way, but open the left shoulder, fabric of the left chest, shoulders through the arm. And then over to the left a third of the way, open the right shoulder, chest. Over to the right a third of the way. Over to the left. Back to center. Last part, hands behind your head, curl up. Send your right leg forward and lower it slowly. Change sides. Change sides. Change sides. Don't let the feet go dead. Curl up one more inch. And lower yourself back down. Hug your knees into your chest and roll yourself up to seated. And stretch back into dog. Then set your elbows down onto the mat. Angle your left arm in slightly. Come into a side plank on your left forearm. Change sides. Right elbow down, left arm up. Left elbow down. Hold there, press the elbows down, tuck your belly up. Then slowly lower your hips down onto the mat and open your chest. Good, then curl your toes under. Bring your hips forward underneath your knees. Take your hands shoulder distance apart, hands like karate chop arms. Press the forearms down and rotate the inner armpits forward. Then curl your toes under, lift your knees up just an inch. And then keeping the rotation in your shoulders, start to lift your hips all the way up over your shoulders. Bring your right knee up into your chest without your hips twisting. Change legs, left knee up. Set that foot down. Lower your knees down. Stretch back into child's. Then sit with your legs stretched out in front of you. Cross your legs at the middle of the shins. Sit up tall and twist to your right. Twist to the left. And fold forward. Inhale back up, change the cross, and twist to your right. To the left. And fold forward. Lie down on your back for Shavasana, corpse pose. Then gently bend your knees, roll over to your side, and press yourself up to seated. Bring your palms together. Namaste. Thank you. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.